Hello ladies, how are you doing? I hope you guys are doing fine. If you are here, you are probably preparing for your first IVF cycle, or maybe you are just trying to learn everything you can before diving in. I just want to say I see you. This journey can be overwhelming, emotional, and let's be real, confusing. I have been there. Every scan, every shot, every question, am I doing this right? Is there more I could be doing? So in this video, I want to share a few powerful tips that can actually increase your chances of IVF working in the first time. Yes, even on your very first transfer. These are based on research, clinical data, and yes, my personal experience. Let's start with something many people don't know. Your odds of success might actually be higher for a frozen cycle than the fresh one. Now I know that this sounds like a little backyard. Why freeze something only to thaw it later? But here is the thing, embryo freezing technology has come a long way. Survival rates after thawing are excellent, and recent studies show that frozen cycle often have better pregnancy rates than the fresh transfer. Why? It all comes down to the uterus. In a fresh cycle, your body is still riding the hormone roller coaster from ovarian stimulation, and sometimes the uterine line just is not as receptive. With a frozen transfer, you can control the environment more carefully. You are not dealing with all that stimulation chaos, and your doctor can focus on getting your lining just right for the implantation. This was a game changer for me. I honestly felt more calm and more physically balanced during my frozen embryo transfer, and it showed in the result. Now let's talk about something simple but powerful, your diet. I will be honest, there is no magic food that guarantees success. The research is still mixed, but we do have some compelling evidence. One 2018 study found that women who followed a Mediterranean diet had higher pregnancy and live birth rates during IVF than those who did not. It's not about being perfect, it's about making smart, doable choices like fruits and veggies at every meal, whole grains like oats, quinoa, and barley, eggs, cheese, and yogurt, fish and seafood a couple of times in a week, switching to extra virgin olive oil instead of processed oil, and cutting back on red meat and sweets. I treated it as a form of self-care. It made me feel like I was doing something proactive, and that mindset alone helped me stay grounded through the chaos. Next, here is lesser known tip that could make all the differences. Ask your doctor to check for your chronic endometriosis. This is a subtle, often missed inflammation of uterine lining, and research has linked it to repeat IVF failure. The tricky part, yes, it is a tricky part. It usually does not show up on a basis ultrasound or HSG. To properly check for it, you will need a hysteroscopy. That's when your doctor uses a tiny camera to look directly inside the uterus. It sounds intimidating, but it can reveal small issues that other tests miss. And the good news, if it's there, it can often be treated with antibiotics before your transfer. I did not learn about this until later in my journey, and I wish I had asked about it before my first transfer. So now I always encourage others to bring it up early just in case. Okay, now let's talk stimulation, those meds you take to grow your eggs. This is where you want to make sure your ovaries are getting the right kind of support. Most protocols use FSH like Gonalep, Polystim, which are great, but some studies suggest that using a combo of FSH and low-dose HCG may actually produce better quality eggs and reduce medication costs. Why? HCG can help mimic the body natural hormone signaling, and it's also a lot cheaper than some of the other injectable medication. If you are still planning your cycle, ask your doctor about the low dose HCG protocol. It might be a win-win for both your result and for your wallet. Now we have talked about estrogen and progesterone support for your frozen transfer. Here is what matters most. the type and timing of your progesterone, estrogen. Use whatever works, pills, patches, vaginal, injectable, it's flexible. But progesterone is the key. A recent study of nearly 1000 women showed that vaginal progesterone alone was not enough. Women who added injections of progesterone every 3 days had better outcomes. In fact, the group who are using only vaginal progesterone had such a low success rates that they stopped enrolling patients in that arm of the study. So here is your takeaway. Use vaginal progesterone every day, add a progesterone injection every 3 days or daily depending on your clinic. Also make sure you are transferring to embryo at the right time. Most women do best with a transfer on a day 6 of progesterone, but some need it earlier or later. That's where the ERA test can help. It's especially useful if you have a BMI over 30, only one embryo, or you have had multiple failed transfer. Talk to your clinic about whether an ERA makes sense for your specific case. Okay, that was a lot, I know, so let's wrap it up. Here are your key takeaways for improving chances of first time IVF success. Number 1, frozen transfer have better success than the fresh transfer for most of the people. Number 2, Mediterranean diet for simple and healthy support. Number 3, screen for chronic endometriosis, especially if you have had failed cycles before. Number 4, ask about FSH plus HCG in your stimulation protocol. Number 5, use both types of progesterone and make sure your timing is right. Above all, remember this, IVF is a science, yes, but it's also a journey, and every step you take, every choices you make to prepare, it matters. I know how it is to carry the weight of what if it does not work. But today you are doing something powerful, you are learning, you are advocating, and you are giving yourself the best shot possible. I am rooting for you, every injection, every test, and every single step. And if this helped you at all, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Let me know where you are in your journey. I would love to hear your story. You have got this. Love you. Bye bye. Take care, guys.